cars would drive by quiet. When you're watching, it's like,
I know.
every once in a while.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you could say, what was that? Yeah, that's not ideal. I wish Google would start selling Google Glass. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's a pair of, it's not a glasses. It's not a pair of glasses. It's just one side. But it's like you go and you see people can see what you're seeing. Yeah. So they're right now it's like $5,000 per device. But I think it's a great idea because a lot of people who are housebound who aren't able to go to places, basically if you live life through someone else's eye. See, I mean, if I'm in China and I visit the Great Walls of China, right? I'm there and I look, turn it on, people at home can see.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah, it's great. I love that. I mean, hopefully it will come down to somewhat reasonable, affordable price.
Yeah.
That way, turn it on.
More VCRs like $3,800.
I know. You remember the
But then you buy it for $49.
it used to be the Betamax. No, that's before your time.
I remember it.
It was a top-loaded and actually in a bigger format. It's a really interesting story because Betamax actually better quality.
It's like the 8 tracks, or this cassette, big
I know.
audio, and like,
Yeah.
those sound way better.
Right, but it has to do with marketing. Somehow,
Yeah.
the other format took over and just kind of wiped it out, unfortunately. Hey, that's just how it is in business. Squeeze the other guy out. Okay, so we're gonna go over, just gonna warm up a little bit, okay?
Sure.
All right, get into your left hand stance. Open. Okay, so for those of you who are not here, you watch the video that
Yeah.
you see it's horizontal punching under
Yeah.
the heading. Horizontal punching. I'm just getting to know the YouTube video tool. You can put caption on it. You can say, oops, I meant to say bicep rather than tricep. You put a little,
Yeah.
bubble
Wow,
thing,
that's cool.
Yeah. So if you change the title so people know what you're looking at before they even click on it, rather than Tuesdays, what it's about. So Tuesday was focused on horizontal punching, kind of in detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good.
I have one question.
Yes.
So, in the practical aspect of fighting,
Right.
looking at not telegraphing, not being able to reveal where our attack is coming from.
Right.
Now, incorporating the understanding of working with the joints, it seemed a little more functional coming from centerline strikes to work with this particular pivot. And in working with the open, like say for a fluke style strike,
Right.
it's I feel like the setup for it is
Absolutely.
inappropriate.
Absolutely. It has to do with the economy of motion.
Yes.
When you're open, you can be pure linear, right?
Or close to me.
Yeah, when you're enclosed,
Right.
you're closed version, closed style of guarding, you can be very linear. But if you go on circular, then you can go. You see, no one way is perfect.
Yeah.
When you're in closed version, closed style of guarding, circular strikes becomes more graceful because you're here. See, if I want to go circular, see, I got to go around it. See what I mean? But if you're here, you go. Okay. So, for Wu Sao, for Fuk Sao, the linear is more efficient, whereas open style is not as
Not
efficient.
as efficient. Yeah.
Right. So your tools become jumps.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. So this is the laboratory. This is how you experiment. Every guarding stance, be it open or closed, has its advantages and we have to recognize you can do both either way. You can from a closed style you can be linear or circular. From an open style you can also be linear or circular. But you have to ask yourself, if I'm open to become linear, I gotta sort of bring my hand in order to do that. Whereas this is more efficient because I'm just from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Remember, no one way is perfect. It depends on the person's physical and mental attributes. Some prefer to do it this way, some prefer to do the other way, some prefer maybe stand like this. Nothing wrong with that. My job as an instructor, as a teacher, is to show you both ways. And then we use both versions to experiment to find out what is the most efficient way to execute a linear defense and offense from a closed version or an open version.
Yeah.
That way, you're not stuck in one way.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is one way, but see, that's why they tend to be linear strikes.
Yeah.
Because to go see that to them is wasteful. Absolutely.
Makes sense.
See,
Coming from
so why would I go from here to do this? Because now it's too wasteful, not sufficient. From this point of view, well, that's very easy because you're already open. Open, you can go in. See, you're open here, you can go in. But open, you can go linear this way, or you can go circular this way. Right? See, you can do it this way, or you can do it this way. Yeah? This will be angular. This will be circular. So our job is to figure out which serves me better when I'm using either open or closed style of guarding. Okay? Very good. So we're gonna dart with a punch from the front hand. Okay, again, you want to make sure that the same thing. It's this. Okay? So compare linear or closed version as opposed to circular. You want to make sure you get there. The foot gets there as you turn. Not before. It's like rather than turn as you get there. I mean after you get there, okay? I think I mentioned this. Jing, J-I-N-G, Jing is a Chinese term for short power. Short power, explosion. So you want to focus on this. Okay? So if you're able to do 1 inch punch this way, you should be able to do 1 inch punch this way. Same concept, different location. It's either vertical like this, or horizontal like this. Horizontal, right? Okay, all right. Just do a few to warm up a little bit. Okay, dart with a punch. Front hand, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rear hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. And retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And walk forward. And same drill. Dart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? In boxing, stick it. Stick it. You have to feel that way. You have to feel it. Stick it to it. Rather than disjoint it, See, this is what people say called body unity. So your entire body work as one, rather than working separately. Okay? All right, very good. Rear hand forward. Dart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And walk back. Very
Fix
good.
one thing and then
That's okay. That's what we're here. That's what it's all about. That's actually the fun part because now
That is fun.
yeah, because now after you can do it, you see the improvement. Right. So my teacher always say, don't compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with yourself. where I am today compared to a month ago. So now, oh wow, it's progress, rather than trying to catch up. What, he's been here 5 years, of course. I just been here a year or two. You can't compare that because 5 years is kung fu. You spent the time, all right? All right, so we'll do double. Front hand first, rear hand second. Now, just like the closed style, your feet should, your hands should work with your feet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2. You have to see that connection between the feet and the hands. Okay? All right, front hand first. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk back. And dart. Double punching. Front hand first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retreat. 1. Front hand first. 2, 3, 4. Very good. Walk forward. Same thing. This time you're going to use your rear hand to start double punching as you dart. 1, 2, 3, 4. And retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And walk back. So when you practice, you can do the same thing. So you're left hand, right? You walk back. Okay. All right. Oh, very good. And this side, left, right side, same thing. Double punching. Rear hand first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Walk back. Beautiful. That's it. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. If you can do it with your hands, you can do it with your feet. So all we're doing is transferring the hands to the feet. Okay? Eventually transferring the hands to the swords. You see where we're going? Eventually from the hands to the pole. So you really experience all 4 ranges of fighting. And all the aspects of fighting, which is punch, kick, block, throw, grapple, choke. Okay? So all those, and takedowns, right? All right. So the next one I want to do is you're going to kick as you dart, just like in the form. Remember the form?
Second form?
Yeah. Second form. Just like in the second form, you go like this. Kick, dart. Or when the other section will be like this. Kick, dart. Okay, notice the form is employ dart, which means before you dart, you kick. So since you cannot kick and dart at the same time, because you need the other leg to support you. Okay. With the
forward hop.
You can hop. Yes, you can hop. Right. Remember, stability and mobility cannot coexist. Hopping only takes you somewhere so far. But you notice the difference between the feet and the hands is the hand can strike as you move. Unfortunately, you need the other leg to support you. So you kick, down, kick, down. Same thing. Go back, kick, retreat, kick, retreat. Meanwhile, the hands. Remember, I often say, don't let what you do with your feet influence your hands. Your hands should not be influenced like this. It's undesirable. Okay? Although it's like a rule in Muay Thai. We prefer not to do that because we want both hands available. Alright? So now you're going to use the left foot. You're going to kick and go. Use the ball of the foot to do your extension. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And walk back. Same drill. Kick to the dart. 1, 2, 3, 4. retreat. 1, 2, 3,
We're doing opposite.
4, 5.
We're doing opposite. I'm kicking and retreating,
Kick.
and then Ted's retreating and kicking.
Oh,
Which would you like?
oh. Okay. Kick or retreat?
Yes.
Right. Okay, I think I explained this before, but unfortunately I didn't have that on tape, on video. And now you cannot say I didn't tell you that. A while ago, maybe a few months ago, I have someone hold the pad, the shield, and then coming at you, and you kick and you have to go back because the impact sends you back.
Right.
What you don't want is he's coming at you and you intercepted his movement with your front foot, but the impact sent you back. What you don't want is like this. Right? So you have a choice. After you kick, you either walk back or you retreat. Or you shuffle. Okay, it depends on how deep your front foot goes. If your front foot goes here, then it's a shuffle. Right? See, right here, see? I'm basically using the ball of my front foot to push myself back. As you remember, dart and retreat has two versions. One, using the front foot, see? Front foot, it's called slide and drag, right? Slide and drag. That's one. The other one is push and slide. Push. Remember eating? Yeah. So, alright? So in this case, if I'm punching, I'm using the propelling. I'm using the rear foot to give myself more. See that? Right? So the body weight is going to be like that, right? But if you're going to capture someone's arm, trap someone's arm, you want stability. Remember, stability and mobility don't exist. With a punch, with a kick, you're looking for impact. You're not looking for connection. You're not trying to connect with the other guy. So using the front foot gives you the probing quality to it, so you don't too much or too little. See, right? So if you're trapping like this type of striking, and you trap and attack, you want to use the front foot because you don't want to overdo it. But with a punch, what? See this? Yeah. So as you go, you can feel how much torque. Yeah. So to answer the question, you kick and he pushes you back. Of course, you are pushing yourself away by using your front leg, which is different from retreat. Has two ways: rear foot called slide and drag, or push and slide.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
And if we're utilizing the leg, why start the first move with gap? Right?
Exactly. Right.
It doesn't lend itself to being
No. Exactly. So, are you looking for speed or are you looking for stability? When you have speed, you're less stable. When you have stability, you have less speed. That's the two just don't coexist. Right? Just like I'm very stable, but I'm very immobile. Right? So I'm very mobile, but I have no stability because the bottom of the pyramid is too small. So you don't want your pyramid to be like this or like this. So you want halfway in between. Neither nor, which is this concept of rock. Neither this extreme nor that extreme. Right? So this is very much in line with Confucius' philosophy. Confucius, the middle way. Okay, the middle way. Nowadays, or in the Western thinking will be, has a really bad connotation. You're wishy-washy. You're on the fence, right? Make up your mind. You're either pro or against, right? Either this pro or anti. Okay? But that's black and white. Unfortunately, most people still operate on that level. either I'm right or you're right. Rather than with humans, sometimes I could be wrong, sometimes you could be wrong. Okay. The ability or the wisdom to see that and accept that, you can embrace that, allows you to be more mature, more well-adjusted individual, more open-minded. You don't always insist that my way is the right way. Look at it this way. I'm but one person. When you look at the humanity, I'm but a grain of sand on this beach. That's how many people there are, right? So how can one person know everything? Being humble, being open-minded allows you to accept and see rather than reject. You know, like if you happen to be looking down on YouTube like I do all the time, looking at other kung fu like praying mantis, Baji Chuan, Tai Chi, you know, all those things. You look at it with a very open mind, you start to see the commonalities. It's the line sound, right? This is very interesting. I stumbled upon a video. This guy shared the same views. It's amazing. Exact same view. His school, I don't know the name. I only saw one video. It's a Wing Chun Jiu-Jitsu school. I don't think it's here in the United States. Either it's very European. Either Spanish or Brazil or French. One of those countries, I can't really tell. But their t-shirt, the back says Wing Chun Jiu-Jitsu. And they practice both. And the guy, without saying anything, is showing you how line sound is applied in Jiu-Jitsu.
Put that video on the YouTube, right? Or no?
I think when you mark favorites, we get to see you.
Yes.
So if you just mark it on, if it's not already.
Let me see. I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah.
There's two ways you can
That's
make
kind of cool because we get to see what.
Right. You can make what you view public or private.
Yeah.
You know. So I want people to see.
Yeah. I saw there was like 3 videos that we had.
Yeah. So let me see if I want to make it public, but you see it. Incredible. We're starting
I
doors.
don't think you need to make it public. Whoever your subscribers are, it automatically shows.
Okay, great. That's perfect. So yeah, the rig is like 4 minutes long. It's just with music, no talking. You can see them practicing, Wing Chun, and then next thing you see them grappling.
Yeah.
The next thing, again, Wing Chun. So back and forth.
Yeah.
The guy's trying to show you how you really lines out in when you're on the bottom, how you do that. Wow, this is great. I mean, finally, I don't feel so alone.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what's cool about what you're saying with this pyramid being, wider, more stable?
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I thought it was 2 different schools.
Yeah, but the back of the t-shirt is written in Chinese characters. So of course I understand, but most people just gibberish, you know.
Yeah.
Whoa, this guy's got it. I always say, if myself, with mediocre intelligence, can figure this out, there are other people much smarter than I am could figure this out easily. They just have to be open-minded. Okay. Remember, before I saw this video, I said many times, I regard Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as Brazilian Wing Chun. Sure enough, somebody saw the connection.
Yeah, that's horizontal fighting. They stand up vertical.
Yeah, if you can, yes, if you can do, exactly, if you can do vertical fighting, you can do horizontal fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the right side again. Okay. So this time, you go to the left side, left side. So now you're going to kick with the rear foot. Okay? And make sure you don't, a lot of people tend to kick like this. Again, emphasize this. Like that, pushing. Nothing wrong with it. But for a moment, your arms are unavailable. Right? You don't want that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the left side, we're going to constantly walk forwards. Before we were doing guarding, now we're walking. Okay? 1. Okay? Look, just keep going. 1. Yeah. 2. Good. 3, 4. And retreat. 1. Not retreat. Walk back. 2. Kick first. Yeah. And right. Yes. 3, 4, 5. Good. Remember earlier I said when you use the front foot to kick as you come in, and this is the concept of intercepting. Okay, so the intercepting can be done with the hand, also can be done with the feet, in and out. So he comes in, he rushes in, he's heavier, he comes in with a lot of momentum. You kick him, you can either do this, which is what you're saying, or you can do this. You're doing right now, right? So you're imagining kicking him and being pushed back, right? But we want to make sure that the weight shifts here, so this becomes available again, right? So you're always thinking about attack and attack. Okay? I also saw another video. One of Bruce Lee's students, supposed to be, I've never seen him. He may have changed. Okay. Anyway, he's teaching Jiu in Hong Kong. And he's doing exactly what I have been teaching. Intercepting the attacker's attack is an attack. Okay. So he's probably going to show up too.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's really unfixed because he's like almost a foot taller than his students that he's demonstrating. Okay. So that may not be a good example, but the concept is there.
Yeah.
His arms are longer than his students.
Yeah.
And he was using his students a little bit, which I don't. Okay, anyway, so very good. Let's get to left fighting stance again. Okay, very good. So the next one we're going to go is switching. Remember we have front hand, rear hand, front hand, rear hand. Now, front foot, rear foot. Front foot, rear foot. Okay? So when you use your feet, you're basically doing long range fighting. When you first kick him, he's moving away. Okay? We all know, we know by practicing, by concept, that walking forward and walking back gives you the longest distance, but it's slower. And darting forward, darting back gives you less distance, but gives you quicker speed. Again, the two cannot. Speed with mobility, right? Stability. Mobility, stability. Okay? So, if you kick him and he's running away, see, you chase him. That's using a longer weapon. Right? Because the front leg missed because now he's a foot away. Right? So right here, if he doesn't move, I get him. Okay? So I kick and he moves. Okay, now watch this. That's experimenting, playing with distance. Yes. Okay? Alright, so think about that, okay? So start with the front foot. Always kick with the front foot for the drill, not for fighting. For fighting, you kick with any leg, it comes in the end. For drill, kick front foot followed by the rear foot, whether you're going forward or going backwards.
And you want your rear foot to be linear or circular?
Both the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is, remember, this is called reference, the reference punch. Okay, same thing. You're using the point. Okay, and any attack can be replaced with any other attacks. You just change the direction. Yes. Okay. So front foot 1, 2, good. 2, 2, 3, 2. Very good. And retreat. We're gonna walk back. We're gonna kick first. 1, 2, 2, 2. 3, 2, 4. Let's get first. Good. All right. So when you practice solo exercises, you can just give yourself an agenda. Okay, I'm chasing him. He's chasing me. The biggest difference between them and us is When we are being chased, we're attacking. When we are chasing, we're attacking. When we're being chased, we're still attacking. Okay, this drill is a perfect example. He comes in, I kick, and I kick, and I'm always kicking. When I'm backing away, I want to make sure I throw something out. It doesn't matter if it lands or not. It's a mechanic interrupt. Because following the kick, after you kick, you always follow the hand. That's why you always think about, boom, boom. You don't forget, the hands are available, okay? So don't let the act of kicking distract you from your hands, all right? Very good. Okay. So next one, I'm going to combine, okay? So we're going to go from the glove back. Okay, so next one we do, we're going to punch and then kick. Same thing, go back, punch, kick, okay? So in this case, you want to aim for the lower abdomen.
I missed the kick. It was front punch, front kick.
Yeah. Okay. For now, the front.
Yes.
Front side.
Front.
Okay. 1, punch, kick. 2, punch.
Is guarding and punch?
Yeah. Okay. Right. So you're punching as you dart. When you finish the dart, you kick. So this is the same idea. Okay. Right here. Okay. When you dart, connect. Right. And I do this. Oh! Exact. I'm out of your punching range into your kicking range. Okay? So this is, everyone reacts differently to a punch. Some stay and defend. Some move to evade. Some attack back. Okay? Most of the time, unless you train either Taekwondo or Wing Chun, you tend to move back. Okay. Moving back means he's take one step back, then you missed him. But we know legs are longer than arms, so you missed him, but with your arm, you connect with your right, same thing, right, left side, all right? Right, left side, yeah. So think about, you're chasing him, and he's moving away. You just take one step, because that's all it takes. Boom! Now he's out of punching range, but into you. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and retreat. 1, punch and kick. Beautiful. 2, 3, 4, and walk back. Very good. Punch. As you dart, follow by a kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and retreat. 1, punch, kick. 2, 3, 4, and walk back. And very good. All right. So that kick, basically, you're substituting the punch. Okay, so if we were to do a switch from the left side, like 1, 2, right? 1, 2. Okay. Now the second hand, this punch is going to be replaced by the kick. 1, right? 1, 2. Same thing.
Yes.
Right?
Because the lower body.
Right. Either you're using the upper body weapons or lower body weapons. Right? So I want you to be very clear that you don't look at kicks differently from the hands. Okay? The only difference is it reaches longer distance, that's all. But remember, attacks an attack is an attack. Whether you use the hand, closed fist, open hand, or you use legs, feet, okay? That's the same. An attack is an attack. Okay? Very good. All right, walk forward. Good. All right, same thing on this side. Front hand, front foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, retreat, punch, kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Walk back. Right? By something like this, you realize there's a gap. Right? 1, 2, 3. Right? That's how you know. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No matter how fast you are, there's a gap. So you can fill that gap with a punch. Right? So we have to be very clear. It's just not. It's not a technique. It's just seeing the gap, being aware of the gaps, and filling the gaps. Okay? We go 1, 2, 3. Okay? So still using the front leg. You kick. 1, 2, kick. Okay? 1. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? 2, 3. Good. And retreat. 1, 2, 3. And walk back. Same drill. Double punching, front hand first, followed by a kick as you go. 1. Good. 2, 3. And retreat. 1, 2, 3. Good. And walk back. And break. Good job. Good job. This may seem very fundamental, very basic. It is the foundation of your fighting.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
You know how earlier you were describing the pyramid, the wider base, more stability, narrow. It really reveals itself too when either a neutral or even a fighting stance, and we want to grapple or lock, where just that half step widens the base to be able to
Right.
kind of anchor in.
Exactly. This will be even more evident as you get into the pole. Basically, the pole is a constant transition between low stance and high stance. Okay? Hi. Hey, hello. I do this on camera. How is it? How is it?
Good.
Good? All right.
Like
It's the
the
same
class
thing
there?
as Jan?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, this is a party pump.
Okay.
It's, you do light weights in between regular, and then the last 5 minutes is the most concentrated ab workout you'll ever do.
No wonder you're in such a good shape.
For my age, yeah.
You look great.
Have fun, guys.
So these guys,
Oh, and,
yes, they are coming.
All right.
These guys-
Yeah.
You're coming, right?
Okay.
Yep. The whole family's coming.
All right. Oh, and Sandy called. She's bringing her son.
Okay.
I half expected that.
Yeah, that's
She called me
okay.
and she said, is it all right? I said, sure.
Yeah, I didn't think of you.
Okay. Bye.
All right, sweetie.
So it's not kid-proof yet?
No, we just want to make sure there's enough food, So sometimes more people showed up than expected. Oops, there's a shortage. We don't want that. How can be alright? A teenager? I don't know. Probably. They can eat.
Yeah.
They can eat, yeah.
Have the party.
Make sure you
You said before coming to the party.
when the food is served, make sure you get your kids stuff right away. Yeah, make sure you get it right away, because they can't fend for themselves,
Yeah.
against the adults. So you gotta go, in fact, I would say, let the kids go first. There you go. So we grown-ups just kind of wait. Well, it's only a few kids,
Yeah.
Two from Jose, 2 from you, and 1 from Sandy. 5 kids, let's go first. First kids. Yeah. Just save us some, just kidding. All right, very good. All right, so as you notice, Ted, that when you use the rear hand, the feeling is that you are being pulled forward, which is spot on. That's exactly right. And the reason we do the front, the reasons are many. One is to feel the discomfort, or not discomfort, that's not the right way. The lack of, it's not as smooth. Because you have to stop halfway and reset, like this. 1, 2, 3. But I want you to see something. Now, if you do your arms right, you will see that. Okay? If I'm kicking with my front leg after my double punches, okay, this is what you will see. Your body will tell you 1, 2. Right? Because after you punch with the rear hand, you don't leave it out, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Remember what I said a long time ago? A pointing hand is a striking hand. So, there's a gap right here. I'm counting the beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. But I'm only attacking 3 times. Front leg.
Oh, front leg.
Yes. Do you see it? Do it slower, and just pay attention to the form. 1, 2. You should really saw it, you didn't know. 2, 3, 4 beats, right?
Yeah.
Look at my left hand, okay? Left, right, left. So what happens, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a gap right there. You feel the gap right there, all right? So 1, 2, 3. So now,
It's all covered.
yes. So when in doubt, count the beats.
Yeah.
And if you do it correctly, hands-wise, 1, 2. Whoop. Oh, this is the pointing hand. So before I kick, 1, 2, point. Oh, punch. 1, 2, point, punch.
Yeah.
Behind, right? 1, 2, point, punch, boom. 1, 2, punch, boom. That's how you fill the gaps. Alright, so a lot of times I see a lot of people do it really hastily, very fast. They don't see that. Again, you can't do it slow, you can't do it
I
fast.
see it.
Yes, you have to see it. 1, 2, 3, because I'm pointing already. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? And by pulling your head back, you strike again. Right? So that's how you spot the gaps and fill the gaps. Okay, so next one I'm going to do is by utilizing the rear hand. 1, 2, 3. So there's no gap. Right? You can count. 1, 2, 3. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, but don't do this. 1, 2, 3. Don't leave the hand out, because now you can't use it.
Yeah.
Alright? Alright, very good. So left side first. Front hand, rear foot. 1. Right, feel the pull of the body. 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you guys are doing two different versions. Okay, go back. Let's get it.
I'm repeating
Yes,
the left side.
that's my bad. I didn't make it clear. So for now, we are staying on the left side. So 1, 2, 3, come back. Okay. Okay. I'll mention the next one next. You see it here. So it becomes very organic. Okay. So stay on the left side for now. 1. Beautiful. 2. 3. Lift the rear hand, pull the body. 4. Yes. 5. 6. Very good. And retreat. Okay. You want to go back. Okay. Same thing. You want to go back with the front hand. Right. 1, 2. Okay. And kick with the front foot. Front foot.
We were doing rear foot on the way forward.
Right. But we didn't do the front foot going backwards with a double.
No.
No, okay? So you can see 1, 2. Okay, now, this is the reason why I saved this drill for now. Because now you can appreciate the front leg. Going forward, front leg is not as efficient as the rear leg. Going backward is more efficient because your rear leg bears the body weight. Right? Feel it. 1, 2. See, I'm doing that. If I'm going forward, I have to shift the weight, which takes time. So 1, 2, boom. But 1, 2, that's less efficient than 1, 2, this. But you go 1, 2. Because the weight is already there. Yes, you're leaning back because you're taught to always keep the weight in the back leg.
And lift the knee, the front leg.
Right, exactly. You will not, some videos, some schools don't advocate that. They don't advocate the backward standing, okay? Some are 50-50, some are back, but their front leg is bent, okay? Some municipal does this. Okay, they do this like this. Front leg's bent. Nothing wrong with that, but now you are closer to the target, see? Here's the difference. 50-50. Bend. Both legs bend. Front leg straight. This is our gains. Okay? Right? By distributing most of your body weight on your rear leg, your front leg is always loaded. It's always loaded. And that is the best secret weapon. Because they don't see it coming.
Yeah.
It's always under the radar.
Right. Especially, yeah.
Right. So right here, he's coming to punch me. He's doing a darn punch. Right? He's going to connect, right? Boom. Right? But watch this. I didn't move. Right? See, I'm right here. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. You know? All right.
Super excited.
She's spoiled. We spoiled that kind of thing. Okay? So you see how wonderful this is, such a wonderful opportunity. And I want you to do the same thing and you practice on your own. You know, when you do these punches and kicks, you're always mindful of where the weight is. This is how I made my discoveries. Okay? And remember, the kicks in Wing Chun are shadowless, invisible. Invisible kicks. Okay? In Cantonese called Muing Ger. Means no shadow kick. Ger means no. Ger means leg. No shadow. No shadow, which is shadowless legs. Okay. Muing. Yeah. Which is different from Mandarin would be Wu Yi. Ger. Same thing. Alright. So let's start to the right side. Same thing. Go right to 1, 2, 3. Come back to right side. Okay. 1. Feel the arm holding. So the kick and holding your hand back are the same. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. And you see this leg. 3. Okay. 3. So as you finish punching, you feel the pull. Go back to the guard. Your guard. Okay? Okay, all right? And 1. 2. 3. 4. Excellent. Now, front hand, rear hand, front foot as you retreat. 1. 2. Right. Feel the body weight on your rear leg. 3. 4. And walk back. Excellent. Good. So next one we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing as we do now, but we're going to do the other version which Ted did earlier. Which when you finish punching, one, two, stay. Okay? But before I do that, I want you to see every drill becomes applications. Okay? So you will see the gaps. If I'm going back, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay. So with this hand, it's available. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, your forearm is pulling that now. Right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
That's not how we were just practicing.
No. I'm just showing you.
Yeah, right.
But you have to see that this is just another layer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See? But if you actually take 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no gap.
Yeah.
Because 1, 2. My hand's pointing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to come back. 1, 2, come back. And then kick, right?
Yes.
Right? 1, 2, come back and kick. I'm pointing.
Yeah.
Make it work for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
it is what we're doing with
Pointing as
something accurate.
we can
Okay.
point, we can always strike.
Exactly. The punching can.
I'm sorry. When you pull, there's 1, 2, 3. And when you pull, this arm comes back out. Not really, right?
You can, but you don't have to. Well, because you can go into the, because if you want to punch, you can punch like that. You're less stable. Okay? This punch is good, but not as good as, because you have more balance. So instead of punching with the front hand, you simply go into a guard. Because now you're guarding the upper body and attacking with your lower body. Right? 1, 2, 3. Go back to this. Front hand, front foot. Right? 1, 2, 3. Guarding.
Yeah. More balance.
He has to address that kick. Right? Whether the kick lands or not, your hands become available again. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, boom! Okay? Right. So if we don't throw the third punch, we'll be like this. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I'm pointing, okay, 1, 2, 3, might as well throw it out
Land it.
for good measure.
Yeah.
But it's only come back to what would be like mom said.
Exactly. Exactly.
Not all the way back to the
Not
guard.
to
No, you
Yeah.
could like this. Just
Yeah.
like we do from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. So go. 1, 2, 3. But as you come back, you kick.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. You don't leave the arm out. So 1, 2, 3. Kick to your banza.
So when you land the foot, you take it.
Exactly. Those are always pointing. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's work on that. Okay.
Okay.
Left side forward. So, let's go all the way here. Now we can come all the way up here. So that way we can practice the drill that I was talking about. As you go back, to 2 punches. Then when you finish, 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2. Okay. So it says 1, 2, kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick. It also accentuates the front leg. Because when you throw the front hand out, see, you're basically pulling the body. 1, 2, 3. See that? With your legs. 1, 2, 3. Good. You let's get, okay? So we go back, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right, walk forward.
You want us to do the drill walking forward?
I mean,
Or just take
do
it
this side.
forward.
One, do this side. 1,
Going forward.
Or just keep walking
Oh,
as you punch, punch, punch.
gotcha.
Yeah, punch, punch. Good, now we'll go back, okay? Same thing from the right side, we're gonna do 3 punches. Front hand, rear hand, front hand, front kick. 1, 2, 3. Kick, 2, 3. Good time. 4. Good. 5. All right, good. Take a break. Good. It's very interesting. You add one punch, it kind of threw you off. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, okay, the drill was going back, 1, 2, kick. Now adding a punch, kind of weird. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So it just takes time. Just kind of tone it down, do it a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you use that boxing term, when you stick it, when you stick it, it feels more natural to throw that punch because you're pulling the leg.
Yes, exactly.
Which is,
Yep. Very good, very good. Okay, so, disregard the hands right now. Your hands, either left or right side, you're still on guard, open style. You're going to use what Muay Thai people call foot jab. Okay, now this is different from knee up and kick. Okay, when you do that, it's more powerful because you have that, it's like this. You bend the leg, just like you bend the arm. Gives you more power. And that is usually going forward. The one we're practicing right now is going upward in an angular way. So it goes like, so rather than air to air missiles, you're going surface to air. As opposed to air to surface. Now that's air to surface. This is surface to air, okay? All right, this is air to air, right? Right? So you can see the directions. You know, a long time ago we talked about your intentions drive your actions. Where the actions go depends on your goals, your purpose. Okay? You go forward, you go backwards, you go up, going down, you go angularly, you go linear or circular. So it depends on your intention, what your mind tells you. The mind and body coordinate and work seamlessly together, which is the epitome of yin and yang. Mind and body. Okay, so next one will be, rather than 1, 2, right? You're gonna go like from here forward, upward, without, you just simply just go from here without lifting it up, okay? The other one is like lift and kick. You go like this. Right, right. It's very stealthy because the knee doesn't come up. Practicing the knee going up is a good way to practice knee strides, right? Okay. Right now we're focusing on the ball of the foot. The ball of the foot. You can also use the instep of the foot, which is in the kicking form. Okay?
Same with the.
Right, that's the kicking form.
Yeah.
And the instep, you use the instep, the target usually is blowing. Right? Because these are the legs, it fits like a glove. Alright? Okay. So right now we're thinking about lower abdomen. So you're thinking about he's coming in. There's no, yeah, just lift. Yeah, just lift. Simply lift, right out. Rather than 1, 2. Okay. So you think about the foot rather than the knee. Okay. So we're just gonna work on that status. Okay. Think about simply lifting the foot. Lifting the foot. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And walk back. All right, now you're going to incorporate that with a hop. Okay? So from here, you're going to hop this way, rather than You don't change it. Just from where you are, you go. Okay? Yes. Okay, very good. 1. Yes. 2. 3. 4. Very good. Okay, same thing. Hop back and kick. 1. Yes. Yeah, just like that. See? Okay. Like that, okay? 1, 2, 3. Walk forward. Same thing. Hop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking good. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Because that hop, right now we're doing repeat, same side. Next one, we're doing hop. Which is a lot of times in our mill. Right? How many times you see?
Yeah.
Right?
That's my favorite roundhouse.
Okay? So basically you jump up and kick, right? So instead of jumping around, you go like this. Right? And then hop. Hop. As you kick. Right? 1. That's it. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Very good. Take a break. Good job. Good job. So one of the applications, one of the ways to apply this, you see this done by, as a BJ Penn is passe. I don't think he even completes anymore. Because last time he was out, he was killed by some young guy. Gone?
Yep.
Yeah, he was killed.
Rory,
Rory, yeah, Canadian guy. They say he's the next TSP. Nah, he's got a long way to go. But he's young. A lot of times you see when BJ Penn, his stability is incredible. The only person who was able to take him down is BJ Penn. You can grab this, you can do a single leg, try to take him down. He just go. What is he doing? He's hopping.
Yeah.
Right? Because he has to hop. He cannot drag because only one leg is on the ground. So,
keep us down, not.
exactly. Because if he doesn't hop, the guy pushes him, he just topples back, goes back. So as the guy pushes back, he just compensates. Like, if someone pushes me, I don't go like this. You push me.
Right.
I'm always balanced.
As soon as you spill, you lose it.
Right. Alright? So, one way to do that. Another way is, as someone grabs your leg, you use the hop to kick him. That's never done, okay? But see, the Wing Chun mentality is about aggression. Why survival when you can attack? Make him get into a survival mode. You don't want to be in survival mode. You want to put him always in, that. Fair? So if someone grabs your leg, rather than hopping, you just attack him.
Yeah.
Right? Because your leg's in the air, you're hopping. If you can hop this way, why can you hop forward?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright? Right? So, the hop can also be done from the dart position, from the walk position. Okay, see?
Sure.
Walking back, right?
Yeah.
I'm walking back, we're walking back in the air. Walking back in the air, walking back in the air.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So that's like remember the Karate Kid?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's doing this. He's doing this, right?
Yeah.
But he's doing standing still. He's not going back.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand the concept of yin yang, if you can do it statically, you can do it dynamically.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can go forward, you can go back, you can stay where you are. He has to stay where he is because he's on a pole, on a tree stump. By the beach, it's a beautiful crane, right? Because think I mentioned before, karate is traced to the Chinese province of Fujian, okay? And that's the crane style that was learned by the Japanese and eventually blended into the karate. They even have the same form. It's amazing. They did a documentary of the Japanese, of the Okinawan master doing this form, the sanchi. Okay, and then you have Fujian crane style, doing the same thing, almost identical. Who predates who? But if you go to the Okinawan Museum of Karate, it will show you it came from China. They even have the Chinese guy's face there, tracing the roots to China. This is one thing that Japanese cannot deny, the roots, okay, from the crane, the Fujian province. Anyway,
so there's a hop, repeating hop with the attacking leg being the unweighted leg. And then there's the directional hopping. And then there's the switching hopping. Seems like there'd be one more, like the same leg, the standing leg striking too, right? That would be a lot harder, right? But it'd be like I don't think I can do it, but where it's that doesn't seem efficient.
well, you either attack with the front leg or the rear leg.
Yeah.
Right?
Anything else is just
So you can hop, attack with the front leg, or you can hop, or attack with the rear leg, which is this, right? Up, forward.
surprisingly stable.
Oh yeah, because well, we don't do this often because our job is to look at what the human movements, what the body can do. We don't discriminate against any human movements. We just say, I can do this, but I need to find the right time to do it. Just like when you do this is basically dumping water, but it's in our form, that we allow this because we know there are times you do that. Like when you try to take someone down, you cannot take someone down like this, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to have that bow and arrow stance to do it. And the reason it's in there, you know, it is not invalid. It's not an invalid movement because you see this in all the styles, whether in crane, whether in tiger, praying mantis, eagle claw, they all have this movement. Some people call this ferocious tigers exit mountain. It's very big because it's coming down, right? Well, the crane will be beaking like this, Praying mantis will be doing, this form. So it's not like, this is not good. It's good. We just have to find the appropriate times to use it. That's all.
Yeah.
Again, we don't do that. We don't do that.
What's in the dummy form with the last two?
The hop is in the dummy form.
Yeah.
Right. And the forward pyramid is in the third form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or second form? No. Second.
Second form, yes, in effect, the second form. Third form ends with the windmill. Windmill. Good. Any other questions? It's very good. Okay, we have some time. Put the pads, your shin guard, yeah, and also the shin guard as well as the chest guard.
Justin doesn't have to take his shoes off when he puts his on.
We're going to, remember, I commented on the fight between this young up-and-comer young rising star, Whiteman, Chris Whiteman. Second round. Dang it, I thought, they pronounce his name Whiteman. So, in the second round, Anderson Silva got cocky, or he was very disrespectful. And when he started doing that, I thought he was going to use my concept. Okay? Not that smart. I thought he was going to use the Chico concept. The intercepting. You know, I'm sure you probably have seen clips on YouTube on Bruce Lee's TV show, Long Street. Long Street. In it, he explained to one of cop friend, one of the detective, blind detective cop friend. He says, Bruce, what is this thing that you do? Bruce said, it's called the way, it's called Jikundo. It's the way of the intercepting hands or feet. Okay? This you're about to understand, not understand, to see exactly what it means. And you already know. I don't need to. You already know. Now that's the top.
This is the outside.
Right. Yeah. It's not, yep. Alright. It's not. Good. Okay. Alright. So, before your right fighting stance, right? Remember, the intercepting, the way of the intercepting hands is this. When he throws the front hand, I'm intercepting. You use a rear hand, I'm intercepting. If you're in a dark, right? You're in a dark. Oh, sorry. Right? And I was going to go. It doesn't matter. See how I just attack. Because I'm just thinking about a straight line, the center line. Okay? So he's coming with the front hand, but boom. With the rear hand, boom. Right? Okay, now, to quote Bruce Lee, the way of the intercepting feet. So, right here, he comes in. There he is.
Yeah.
I don't need to do anything with my hands because he has to come towards me. Right?
Yeah. Yes. Especially if he's trying to punch you.
Right. Right. So there's, now remember, I can use the front hand to attack this way. Right? Okay, now remember what we just did? That's, you just hop. Hop from where you are. Because right now I can't reach him. But if I hop, I'm able to do that. Alright? Okay, so that's what you guys are going to do. We're going to face each other this way. Okay? Right. Okay, let's say the right side forward. Okay? And the beauty of this is, because the way we stand, our front leg is loaded. The guy comes in, all you do is, okay, don't cock like we did before. Just shoot off like from just like we practice.
Ground the air.
Right, ground the air.
It's a little higher.
Yeah, then you want to,
Protection.
Aim for the dot.
Right. No. This is for practice. Then we're going to drop it down in 2 minutes. First, just forget it. Boom. Okay.
So I'm static.
Then you're going to go. Yeah, you're just waiting, right?
Yeah.
I'll count. You just come in. You just aim for the face. Okay. For the punch. Yeah, for the punch. Just front hand. Yeah. 1, 2. Yes. Good. 3, 4. Okay. Now, remember, if you got enough off balance, right now I want you to do this. If he comes in, kick. Right? And then dart forward again. Okay, come in. Right? Kick. Right? Alright. 2. Yes. Yes. 3. Good. 4, 5. Back up a little bit. Yeah, to get the other guy. Good. They're perfect right there. And once the other guys who can't come, they can see it. 6. 7. Good. 8. 9. 10. Good. So now let me reverse. The rudder's going to charge forward. Okay, you guys, retreat. Good. Stay right there. Good. Perfect. See if you can go to the same spot every time. Okay. So Ted's going to charge forward. 1. No, you got to charge forward. Sorry. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Really come in and just pull back a little bit. Yeah.
It's just,
Go pull back a little bit. Yeah. 7. 8. Okay.
yeah.
9. Good. 10. Okay, and hop to the other side. There you go. Perfect. Now remember, this is the concept of distance. Now you're manipulating the distance because he has to come close to you to use his arm. He can't reach you. Okay? Okay, you go first. 1. Good. 2. Good. 3. 4. 5. Good. 6. 7. Beautiful. 8. 9. 10. All right, the rudder's going to go forward. Perfect, perfect. Right there, it's perfect. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.
It's just,
9.
I'm sorry, it's just releasing adrenaline.
10. And plus, there's difference. Yours is a little lower. Yeah, yours is a little lower. And that one's more than this coverage.
Oh, it's marshmallow.
It is. It's different. This one's like, you see the cardboard, this one's heavy.
Oh, yeah, it's a little thicker.
Put this on. I mean, I could. You don't have to. There you go. See, that's the right side. Because it hangs lower. But now you gotta take it off.
Yeah.
That's the big side. I was going to
We're going to teach any fatties?
having to take it off. Here's what you do that. That one's too small. Small. It's probably for women. Ah, perfect. Yeah.
You got a little tighter. That's good, perfect. Yeah.
It's hard to feel it. It doesn't feel like much from the center because it's the
Yeah.
it's more the
I can feel it.
toes.
Yeah.
So it's probably real pointed, and that's
I can
not
feel the
helping.
shock.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, that's a better time. Good. All right, so we're down both sides,
Did
right?
10 coming in this way. Yeah, we did both.
Yeah,
We didn't switch feet, but we switched people.
you switch both.
Or we
the other
just
side.
switched
Yeah,
feet for both of us?
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now we're gonna go from the top to the bottom. Okay? So, you've done this before, right? Basically is, that's the most stealthy, shadowless, invisible kick you can ever get.
Uh-huh.
Is when someone comes in,
Yeah.
Just do that, okay? All right. Now this one you do very well, so pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So see now, okay, now you know we all have, what's the word? What we're good at, and that's a good at. Kung Fu is about making the not so good at stuff good.
Right.
Okay? So you have a bat at home, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Swing it
Yeah.
away from you, and then kick. When it comes back, kick, just like someone coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, just work on that. Okay, this one you don't need to work. Just
Yeah.
pull back a little.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. So who comes in first? I did it. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, the way you execute it is more like a sweep. Sweep is here. Angle this way. It comes in. Yeah. It's more like a cut. Yeah, like a cut. Going up. 7. Yeah. 8. 9. 10. Very good. Okay, Brad is going to go forward. Okay, you're going to go forward and punch. Okay, so you're still punch, just like you did before. Okay, 1, 2. It's not a punch. You want to make